Hello, hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today, we're focusing on Galarian Zigzagoon, Galarian Lanoon, and Obstagoon. Now, I could look through Pokemon.net for things like Zigzagoon and Lanoon, but I don't think I should because that was before the Galarian version existed, so I am going to say also, maybe take a look at the Zigzagoon and Lanoon episode if you want additional ideas. I think this one even was in the Lanoon episode. Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't mind the concept, but we have an entire evil organization named after rockets, so maybe not the best choice for a nickname. It kind of goes against the rule of it can't exist in universe. Ziggy and Stardust. Couldn't put it all together. Doesn't fit the character limit. Alright, well. Piers for Signature Trainer, if you want to do that one, that's a good one. Kiss, based off the band, and Gene in reference to Gene Simmons. I think you could fit Gene Simmons in there altogether. Like, my mind says just go last name and just do Simmons, but I mean, Simmons is kind of also like, I'm going to say, probably going to appear in other things. Like, I think about, I don't even remember the dude's first name in Resident Evil 6, but there was a bad guy named Simmons. So that kind of comes to mind. But Kiss and Gene Simmons are like the two things I had written down because I knew that was going to happen because it's kind of based off, Kiss. So, and the shiny form is apparently based off David Bowie, which is why we saw Ziggy Stardust. I'll acknowledge Motorhead just because, I mean, we saw it, I want to say Toxtricity episode just recently. Stand by what I said. Not a bad idea, but it's probably going to like be 10 million times better on like Reveroom. Just an idea. Alright, we got lots of rock bands here. We're continuing on the trend. Floyd's going to be referencing Pink Floyd. There's no reason you can't fit Pink Floyd. Six, going to be referring to Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue. Also, you could fit that. Also, you could name after his other band, 6 AM, if you feel like it. Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix. That will also fit. Jet, presumably Joan Jett. Rat is that's one I expected to see. Rat is a 80s band. I mean, I don't know how popular they were. I know of them purely because of one song from Rock Band 2, and that's about it. Ramones, there's another rock band for you. I don't remember if they're English or not, to be honest. I didn't check last time, but just if you want to do another one. Soundgarden is another band. I think you could find something better for that. Soundgarden is one that I would like to use, but obviously, you'd probably want to use it for, like, a grass Pokemon? So maybe when the day comes where they have something like grass and then audio related, they could do that. Everyone's talking about how sound-based Pokemon should be a type that they introduce, so if they ever get that, we might be able to use this name. Heavy Metal, I mean, we've seen that in the past before. I use that for my Magnezone. There are better steel types to use it on, like Steelix, for instance, or probably even Aggron, but I have other names for those Pokemon. Bands, why not? But just for the sake of it, we'll acknowledge it. I want to say we saw this during Toxtricity as well. Alright, so this one's also in reference to Kiss, but using different names. So if you didn't know, the makeup they have each references a different name or character. And I wanted to find it, and sure enough, yeah. Starchild, the Demon, the Spaceman, Catman, Fox, and Ank Warrior. So if you want to do a different variant, there's that. Also, just on the subject of Kiss, look at how many fucking albums these guys have made. Holy shit. I like these choices, some of them being harder to obtain because they're shiny exclusive, but Rick Astley. Forgive me, but was Rick Astley known for his red and blue? Anyway, Skittles, Wildberry, Peppermint, Carnage, like, those are all pretty good choices. Like, I like that. Granted, if you were part of the Zigzagoon Community Day on Pokemon Go, there's a good chance you probably have like 10 of them or something like that. I think I got like 4 or 5 that day. So I got some, and I like to transfer my shinies from Go to the mainline games because Pokemon Go has zero fucking actual like mechanics. So like, if you got a shitty Pokemon, you can't make it any better, but you can improve your Pokemon in the mainline game. So that's what I do. Oreo's another good choice for the black and white regular version. Mean Simmons, there's a pun for you. Sid Vicious is another musician based off Sex Pistols. This is another food-based nickname. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I also don't necessarily feel the need to say anything extra about it. So sure, Snickers, why not? You're not you when you're hungry. Okay, we've looked through everything. I'm gonna try and rush this outro because it is storming, and I've been recording for 37 minutes, so I don't want to press my luck and have this thing get completely decimated. So, going over the comment suggestions real quick. Lobo, DC. I have seen Lobo a bunch of times, but I didn't think twice about it because I was just like, Lobo means wolf. That's a raccoon. Maybe they're just being silly or something like that. So, yeah, I didn't think twice about it. The coon, I don't know if that's intended to be in reference to South Park. That was a joke character that they did with the whole making fun of superheroes thing. I feel like there was another one I was thinking of when reading this, but I don't remember. Anyway, the only thing I had written down was Kiss and Simmons. Kiss is probably going to be what I use. There was a lot of, rock bands and stuff, and it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect. I actually kind of like the Nick Finder one for recommending different names that were like, most of it were shiny variants, but they were pretty creative for shiny variants. And then I liked Oreo as well. So, again, leading into that heavy metal rock motif for you. If you don't fancy it, sorry. If also maybe take a look at the Zigzagoon and Lanoon episode, just this way you can have more ideas on just something that's, we'll say, less rock-centric and more just focused on the whole raccoon aspect. To be honest with you, I don't remember how that episode went, but I don't think it was too special. I do kind of want to end by saying I actually really like the idea that they took Zigzagoon and Lanoon and then, upped it and made it better. I think that's good. I also just think the design looks really fucking good. I so much love, even if they didn't buff the stats, it would still be one of the coolest looking Pokemon. I fucking love its design. But the fact that they actually made it into something viable and, usable, that's great. That's the kind of treatment that I feel Pokemon need. Buff the ones that suck, not the ones that are already overpowered. We didn't need a Mega Salamence. We needed a Mega Flygon.